Ladies and gentlemen, we move into our amateur bouts, which means headshots on the ground are back on the menu. Our next matchup will be fought in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of OMMA on the red corner, please welcome to the cage, Ben, the Drogheda Destroyer, McGinn! And his opponent representing SBG Drogheda, here is Jamie Dyas!
Coach Paul Byrne. And this is a fantastic way to kick off the full UAR, Unified Amateur Rules bouts.
And here we go.
Jamie does have a fantastic boxing pedigree. Began boxing at Holy Family Boxing Club in Drogheda.
And he showed it immediately there, landing a lovely three-punch combination.
Does have a couple of junior titles in his locker. Good command over the range right from the get-go. Nice lead uppercut to straight combination.
Good fakes. Trying to read what McGinn is doing with his hands. Carrying his hands quite low at the minute is McGinn.
It's almost like he's anticipating the takedown. Jamie is an electrician by trade, so looking to spark out his opponent. Again, no apologies being made for it at all, Mark. Don't you dare shake your head at me.
Hard to beat, Phil, hard to beat. McGinn trying to figure out the range here.
Oh, that's a beautiful, the timing on that kick was exquisite, just as Jamie was reaching for the straight.
I have been about to say that Dyas seemed to get off a lot faster on the range, but McGinn then showed that he's figuring it out now too.
Must be said, fighters also have the full 3 minutes with which to work here, so not as much as of a frenetic pace being set. I'm liking those little changes in levels from Jimmy. That's exactly where Jimmy wants it, separation, trying to keep things in that boxing range. Solid whipping leg kick from McGinn though.
You see that long stance that Dyas has, it does kind of invite, and he switched stance there after that leg kick.
That's usually indicative of the fact that either the leg kick landed and it had a little bit of a mark, or that he's comfortable in both stances.
We'll see now how he goes from here, but he is a little bit vulnerable to that front leg kick.
That's a solid one too. Again, fundamental boxing paying dividends for Jimmy here.
Yeah. And a lovely body shot there as McGinn went for another one of those leg kicks. Dyas was able to control that leg kick contact earlier in the fight by controlling the range, but McGinn is starting to figure that out now.
Both fighters very, very calm in there. And what you would have seen a lot with the novice fights, when Jamie lands those three-punch combinations or those two-punch combinations, usually you would have seen at the novice level a fighter swarm his work into the clinch. He's landing his shots, taking a step back and reassessing.
And it is great to watch. It leads to much cleaner striking. And it's the natural progression.
Yep,
you know,
that's exactly what it is. That's why
building experience.
That's why those novice fights are so instrumental in the development of a young fighter's game.
Trying to put an impression in the judge's mind at the end of the round. Didn't quite work out as McGinn had hoped with that takedown attempt. And the buzzer sounds.
Very, very interesting first round. You can see a little bit of marking up around the nose and the eyes of McGinn here.
Check those kicks better. But outside of that, more of the same.
Yeah, the hands look very, very clean. And again, it's an illustration of just, you know, how pivotal fundamentals are. You know, it's chin down, swinging.
McGinn did a good job there of cutting off the cage, but Dyas got out of it swinging. And he continues to do so now from the center of the cage. Lands a nice one too. Sends McGinn back on the back foot, and another.
And again, he's not swarming his work. This is a real hallmark of a cultured striker.
And McGinn is reacting well. He's peeling away from the power and reducing that impact,
but the left side of McGinn's face is really starting to tell the story of the fight.
He is starting to accumulate damage for sure. That was a sneaky head kick that was just a little bit too far away.
Good lateral movement there from Jimmy, not staying static in the one spot. Now, there was a great shot in the first round landed by McGinn. He timed it perfectly coming off a straight shot from Jamie. When all the weight was on the front leg, he landed a beautiful leg kick. If he could do that again, it's going to pay dividends.
Dyas met him with the right as he was on the way in there, which stopped his progression dead.
Clinical get up there from McGinn. Very, very smart. He's trying to work for that leg kick. Jamie with the hands, it's just repetition.
Yeah, McGinn is going to have to change something here now, or start to apply a lot more options to his striking offense, because Dyas is controlling the center of the cage and controlling the fight at the moment from there.
Halfway through the second round, and indeed the fight.
And again, we're back to Dyas leading the dance effectively from the center of the octagon.
And he stepped himself into a trip takedown there, but when you're having this kind of success with the hands, no need to smother your work to go for an unnecessary takedown and expel unnecessary energy.
And there's that 1-2 combination. I think that's the third or fourth time he's landed those.
Instead of just tucking the chin and covering up, McGinn needs to get his head off the center line when those shots come in. You know the 1-2 is coming.
Nah, he's moving off the power line, like you say. So he just needs to continue that, because he's being caught when he starts to think about what he's going to do next. Then the 1-2 arrives.
The corner of McGinn saying that they're acutely aware that the 1-2 is coming, not necessarily using language to that effect, a wee bit more colourful. Apologies if you heard it in the broadcast. Again, starting to reply a little bit now. Even if he's showing the potential counters, he's leaving a little bit of a tick in the mind of Jamie. He cannot just be reactive to these shots coming in.
No, Dyas knew it there. He celebrated that second round. He said, I did exactly what I wanted to do there. You couldn't stop me. Little bit of showboating when he heard the 10-second clapper. So
your man in the middle is Garth Lyons. We are set, ready to go.
Now McGinn cutting off the cage.
Much better start from McGinn.
Tries an entry, gets reversed.
But at the very least, trip takedown. McGinn scrambles right back up to his feet, and at least he's giving Jamie something different to think about now.
And he has to do that, otherwise it's just going to go back to Dyas leading the dance from the center of the octagon. Dyas now changing his own story. Well, he was until I started to comment on it. Looking for a takedown. Now he's back where he wants to be.
So there's a nice little counter hook landed by McGinn. But realistically, he's down 2 rounds. Really going to have to take the fight to Jamie here.
Like you commented on earlier, Phil, he has to change what he's trying to do, because following him around isn't going to lead to a profitable outcome.
So he did a good job there of being evasive by stepping out, but he didn't follow it up with anything. Head coach Jerry, very animated, and that was another good leg kick.
Yeah, actually swept him with it.
We're going to take the back, has a hook in. Well, half a hook in.
Dyas fighting that hook with his hands.
Be interesting to see if McGinn can pull out some kind of a submission in this position. Good job of clearing the leg from Jamie. He has no need to dive into a dangerous guard at this stage of a fight.
Dyas can just run down the clock if he wishes. A couple of fakes there just to set us up.
And it really is incumbent upon McGinn now to force the action.
It is. His hands being where they are, it's a little bit concerning given the power coming his way from Dyas.
Into the final minute of the third and final round. Oh, beautiful counter shot, but McGinn really just has to go for broke right now. He has to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at Jamie.
And the energy coming from his corner reflects exactly that. They want him to just go all out.
There has to be urgency here from McGinn. 30 seconds left to go. I keep saying it, but we haven't seen it yet. McGinn really needs to leave it all in here, force the action.
Dyas has proven that he's going to be a problem in this division. He's got the ring craftsmanship, the striking to back it up, a calm head under pressure. He has a lot and has made it a very difficult fight here for Ben McGinn.
You can hear the frustration coming from the OMMA MMA corner. They feel their fighter didn't quite do enough. A little bit of a lack of impetus, but this is what you do at this stage. These are amateur rules. This is what you do. You get your grounding in the fight, and they may not have.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to our judges' scorecards. All three judges scored about 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Jamie Dyas!